know, Donatello was always my favorite, something about that purple. So what do the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have to do with college hoops? Well, to help us answer that, we welcome in Mark Ennis from Card Chronicle as we continue our partnership with SB Nation. And this tweet was the jumping off point for an article you guys wrote on your site comparing Louisville's core four to the Turtles. Okay, Mark, so that core four starts with Montrezl Harrell. You guys said Harrell is the Leonardo of the group. He's the most important piece to a strong finish from the Cards. Am I right?
Absolutely, and if you even look at last night after they come back and beat Pitt, the big thing with him is his energy. Everyone else seems to feed off of his attitude and the plays that he makes both. So spectacular finishes, his effort, that sort of thing. When he gets going, he seems to get everybody else going as well.
Chris Jones, the Raphael of the group, had a double-double in his last outing against Pitt. Can he continue to carry the momentum after struggling at times this season?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest question for Louisville is Chris Jones. I mean, he struggled at times this year and then has looked brilliant at times. I think when you get the good Chris Jones, Louisville has as high a ceiling as just about anybody. But the biggest question that's just going to continue to dog him, we won't know until we can look back and see the answer, whether or not he can sort of sustain it from game to game. But he sort of, his play and his attitude really is what's going to determine how far Louisville goes.
Well, Mark, everyone says guard play wins in March. Everyone also seems to love Michelangelo, okay, or the Terry Rozier of the group. Will that saying ring true this March for Rozier and the Cards?
Yeah, I think it probably will, and I think that really the good thing about Terry Rozier is he's the most level-headed of the group, and I think when Louisville is down, he plays extremely well. When the other team starts to get a run, he hits big shots. He doesn't ever really seem to have those games where he is mentally frustrated or struggling. He's extremely level-headed, very, very consistent. He's sort of the same body language all the time. And when you have high-intensity, high-emotional guys like Harrell and Chris Jones, you really need Terry Rozier to sort of be that steady at the same time.
Of course. Finally, Wayne Blackshear had a hit pointer and left in the Cards' last game. Who does Blackshear remind you of? And do the Cards have enough depth to continue if they suffer another injury?
I think last night was probably the most encouraging sign for Louisville that if something does happen to him, that they are able to adjust. Quentin Snyder played really well last night. Anton Gill for a stretch played well, and Shaquan Aaron played well as well. So I think maybe last night against a good defensive team like Pitt was maybe the first indication for Louisville that if something does happen to one of those core four, that they do have a chance to maybe absorb that loss, at least for a game.
Yeah, Blackshear, the Donatello of the group. My favorite because of the purple. Next text for Louisville is against NC State on Saturday. Mark Ennis of Card Chronicle, thank you so much for the insight.
Thanks.
And for more surrounding the Louisville Cardinals and all things college basketball related, be sure to keep it locked right here on CampusInsiders.com.